Hi, my name's Juliana. I'll be your English mentor for today's lesson. Today we're going to talk about prepositions. First, what is a preposition? A preposition is a word in a sentence that relates to another word in the sentence. And today we're going to focus on prepositions of place. I want you to ask yourself the question, where are you now? Where are you? Let's focus on 3 prepositions that help you to answer this question. At, in, and on. A lot of English learners have trouble with these 3 prepositions. So let me give you a few helpful tips for how to remember when to use them. Let's take a look at in. If you are in a 3-dimensional space, you want to use in. For example, in a box, in a bag, in a room, in an apartment, and in an office, okay? 3D space, you are in that space. We also use in to talk about in a large area. For example, in a park, in a garden, in a city, in a country, like in New York or in London. Okay, and we can also use in for in the world. All right? So think, if it's a 3D space or if it's a large space, you are in the space. Let's take a look at. When do we use at? If you are at a position, for example, where is he? He is at his desk. You can be at a bus stop waiting for the bus to come, or you can be at the door. Just think if you are at a position and you are not moving. At. We also use at to talk about when you are at a place where something happens. For example, you can be at a party, at a soccer match, at the doctor's. But take a look at this picture. They are at a soccer match, but they are in the soccer stadium. And you probably notice I use the word soccer. Sorry, I'm from America. I can't help it. You can use football if you're more comfortable. So we are at a football match and in a football stadium because it's a 3D space. Some common expressions that you want to use: at home, at work, at school. We use those all the time. Where is Lisa Simpson? She is at school. All right. Now let's take a look at the preposition on. When do we use on? If you're talking about things that are on a surface, like on a table, on a wall, on a shelf, on the first floor, on. Where are the cats? The cats are on the shelf. And where is the shelf? The shelf is on the wall. Okay? We also use on to talk about when things are on a line. For example, on a river, in this picture, on a coast, or on the way, like I'm on the way to you. Or we also use on for on a street, like on Allenby Street. Okay? Common transportation phrases using on. Take a look. Something really interesting I want to teach you. When do we use on and when do we use in? Because you've probably heard both. But there's a really cool trick to help you to remember. If you can be on a bus or on a train or on a plane, it's because you can sit in the space, you can stand up, and you can walk on a line. You can walk on a train, you can walk on a bus, and you can walk on a plane. You can also be on a ship. But We have to use in if you are in a car, in a taxi, in a kayak, and in a canoe. Why? Because you cannot stand up and move around in that space. You have to sit. So you want to use in. The next time you speak to your friends, you're going to sound like a real English speaker because you know the difference between on and in and at. So at this point, I want you, if you're watching at home, pause the video and take a look at some of these examples and think to yourself, do you want to use in, on, or at? So, the first example, do you live a city or a village? What do you think? Do you live in a city or a village? Why? Because you are in a large area. Number 2, is your home in a quiet neighborhood? Why? Because it's also a large space. And number 3, which floor is your apartment? Did you say on? You're right if you did. Which floor is your apartment on? Remember, you can be in a building, which is a 3-dimensional space, but on the 3rd floor or the 1st floor of the building, because it's on a line. The 4th example, are you learning English at school or at work? Hopefully you're learning English at school and at work. And number 5, what do you usually do when you are on a bus or in a bus? I taught you a simple trick. I know that you know the answer. On a bus. Great. So those are our prepositions of place. We also have a few more words to give you that will help you to speak about where things are. This is our friend. Where is he in relation to the box? In the first example, he is next to the box. And here, he is on the box. Where is he now? He is under the box. And over here, he is behind the box. And here we can see him, so he is in front of the box. And here he is between the 2 boxes. So we'll practice more of these examples in class, but these are very good prepositions of place to know about. Let's practice. Again, if you're watching the video, you can pause and take a look at these sentences and answer for yourself. Here's a family. Where are the people? Well, these people are in front of or behind the garage? They're in front of. Where are the parents? The parents are the taller people in the picture. They are behind the children. And where is the bus stop? The bus stop is over here. This is the bus stop. The bus stop is between the green car and the bench. And the last one. Where is the bench? The bench is next to the bus stop. All right, so we've just discussed prepositions of place. Quick teaser, in another lesson, we're going to talk about prepositions of time. And these are really great to know because we use them all the time. When will you come back? He's asking. We use at for a specific time or hour, like at 5 o'clock. We use in for a specific month or year, like in May, and on for on a specific day. And we'll get into that in another lesson. So hopefully, for today's lesson, you understand how to use prepositions of place much better than before. And we'll get into class and we'll practice even more. So I hope you enjoyed this video and take care. All the best.